Morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Norbert Nachbauer. I am from the Neutrik AG from Liechtenstein. I'm glad to present you our innovation. You are fully aware Neutrik is a connector company, I assume. But in this respect, we did some considerations where our interconnections are going. What's in our business, particularly in the audio business? What is the trend, or can we see something? What are these connections are doing here, like they are here around? And we felt, well, wireless, that's a big issue. At that time, when we started to think about this, we were not aware about the digital dividend or all those things which are going on now. On the other side, yes, well, it came up. So give me a minute now that I can start the presentation. Where are we? As I said, we thought about interconnection and came to the conclusion that wireless is in our issue, or in our market, a big issue. So what Neutrik did, we developed a platform for wireless applications. The first product out of this is called XIRIUM, and that's what I want to talk about. Actually, the future development we made is a digital wireless audio platform. What is behind this technology, what we developed? Actually, we make use of the WLAN frequency band in the 5 GHz band. The 5 GHz band with all this free from licensing available frequencies WLAN technology. Further on, of course, we are thinking about the top audio quality. That means this audio system has to cope, of course, with the demanding applications there. So we apply the data transmission based in the digital way of 24 bits at 48 kHz sampling rate. Another idea was to make it as simple as possible, to make it plug and play. This is something which I can show you probably later on our booth, how it works there. But first of all, there is no hassle with any frequency selections, adjustments, searching for frequencies. It's given. The system does automatically choose one frequency, one channel out of this WLAN system. Another issue in wireless is compressed or uncompressed data. We are transmitting totally uncompressed data. There is no compression at all. An advantage all over other systems, or actually our system is a system which does not exist in a similar version, because we are transmitting and sending data. We are not only, like this Mika has on, is sending data, we can also receive data. I show you then in the application what the idea is, or what the possible applications are. Well, the system...
I think there's a power problem, so...
it's there or here?
But if you're happy to carry on...
Is the power problem on my side? No, it's not. It's there,
yeah. The main screen as well, so if you're happy to carry on, that'd be good.
Yeah, it's a pity. If you don't mind, I show you this physically. So in this case, the system I'm talking about is actually this one here. It's here, yeah. So the system consists of a base station a base station in this size with 4 channels. The base system is 4 channels. I mentioned before that we can upgrade it. That means this would work as a master unit, and there is a slave unit, same unit on top of it, or in addition to this, connected with this, so we can work on 8 channels. The remote units are these. They look very similar, except that the connection is a male and a female connector. All the others is the same. That means one is a transmitter, the other one is a receiver. And now I have to think about what do I want to do with this. Let me say the simplest application is I have one source, for instance a guitar, a keyboard or a microphone. Connect this source to the transmitter, select on my base station or associate the base station with the TX on channel 1, for instance. So I'm sending data from here to the base station, and the data then are here. Now I can either connect on the backside this to a mixing console, for instance, and continue from there. Or I make a loop between channel number 1 and number 2 and use channel number 2 as a transmitter, as a sending unit, and receive the data on my receiver RX, which could be, for instance, connected to a, is there a loudspeaker somewhere? On a monitor somewhere. So this is a simple one-way connection where I transmit and where I receive data. And this I can then duplicate or whatever I like. I have the 4 channels. I can every channel here either select as a sending or transmitting unit. That's the same. Other possible applications are, we have here for instance 2 monitors. I have one microphone. With my microphone I do it wireless to this, and with 2 of the receivers, I put both on one and the other box, and have here one channel with the so-called broadcast feature that I can send from one channel to maximum 3 receiving units. The idea is I have my left channel, I have 3-4 boxes somewhere, so I can have then on one channel with the broadcast feature 3 receiving units connected. What else? Any questions from your side?
Apologies for the display, but apparently there's a couple of phases have disappeared on the supply to the building.
It says in your notes here that the latency is about 3 milliseconds. Is the latency, if I go from pack to base station to pack, then 6 milliseconds?
Correct. Thank you for this question. It's at the 3 milliseconds refer to one pass, meaning from a transmitter to the base station, and the closed loop to continue from the base station, for instance, to the loudspeaker is an additional 3 milliseconds. So one full round trip is 6 milliseconds.
Okay.
Correct.
And how accurate is that latency? If you're transmitting, let's say, as you said, you've got 2 receivers next to 2 self-powered loudspeakers, so they're receiving on the same channel. How accurate is that? Because I don't want to have phase differences between them.
Latency is primarily depending on DA and AD conversion. That's the major part on it. Yeah? So this is accurate in this range. Yeah? It's a 0.1 milliseconds difference. Okay.
Will it take any signal? So could you put DMX down it, or it will take any signal?
Sorry, say it again.
You've given the example of microphones and stuff, but could you use DMX or any signal? It'll just
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, DMX might be a little bit an overkill because data rate is low. It's also slowly, latency wouldn't be an issue. It is really target on the audio application. Yeah. But you are absolutely right. I could also use one channel for DMX only. if I have the others. The basic, I must admit, and to be honest, this digital dividend, which is a big issue now, well, it helped us a little bit. We didn't know about it, but our thinking is there will be always, for certain high demanding applications, the wireless microphone. But this can help to get channels free, because this does not relate on these UHF and VHF channels. Here you can have loudspeaker connections, maybe a keyboard or drum sets, and have the real demanding microphone applications still on the UHF and VHF. Could be an application possible, that this goes in parallel with it. Or if you think, well, I have 1 or 2 additional DMX channels, yes, could use it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is it ready to ship now?
In approximately 2 months.
What kind of range are we talking about?
We are talking about a range of 40 to 50 meters. In that range. We did test, of course, on line of sight is up to 300 meters, but in environments like this, it is around the 40 meters.
How concerned are you about occupying the 5 gigahertz band with whatever else might be there?
I mean, there will be a trend forward to 5 gig, because the 2.4 gig is already quite occupied. I mean, it's a microwave oven or Bluetooth or whatever it is, so people might trend to go to 5, so that there will be more and more players coming in there. That's how quickly, how fast, and in which amount, it's hard to say, but I'm sure there will be a certain trend more to the 5 gig. Yeah? It also depends, of course, on the applications, because 5 gig is higher frequency than 2.4, so for certain other applications it might be too high already.